Pocket Monster Manual. I'm Willie Shambler, here with Hanovich.
Red fish, blue fish, pink fish, glue fish.
And Raisin Bran.
Old bad.
Shiny.
It's a fish.
And Specs.
It's 11:27, and I'm halfway to Devon. I'm going to see my mate Kevin, and we're going to go to heaven. We're going to kill ourselves.
We're talking about Relicanth.
I just realised it's number 369. You could have done 369. Damn, she fine. Kiki's gonna suck for me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low.
Do you want another music-related fact about Relicanth?
Go ahead.
Relicanth is one of only 2 Pokemon not appear in the Hoenn Poker Rap, and that's because nothing rhymes with Relicanth, and the only thing that rhymes with Zigzagoon is Poon.
No. They could have fudged the rhyme, like...
Relicanth, touch this. Do 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 do. Poker Rap.
Maybe it wasn't in the Poké Rap because at the point they wrote the Poké Rap, they thought it was extinct. So they were like, yeah, so it's real. And then they found one, and they were like, oh, it's too late to make a radio edit. He's old, he's a fish, and he's based on a coelacanth. That's it.
Yeah, it's very much a real animal that they just thought was cool enough to make into a Pokemon.
But they gave him a skull.
Skull.
I like the skull. A lot of prehistoric fish had a
Skull.
prominent skull. Like they were very head heavy. I like the coelacanth. It's one of my favorite fish.
I'm very head heavy, if you know what I mean.
And so the Relicanth, because we don't have any fossil Pokemon technically in Gen 3, but you could argue that Relicanth is the closest.
The living fossil. Ooh.
It existed for 100 million years without ever changing its form. It feeds on microscopic organisms, like bacteria.
Are the microscopic organisms Pokemon?
Pokevirus.
Oh,
They eat Pokerus.
immune to Pokerus because he eats it. That'd be cool.
Delicious looking Pokerus.
No, he wants to be infected with it and then just not eat all of it so it keeps propagating.
Then bite his nails and chew it off.
Is Pokerus still a thing?
No.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is future editor Bran. This episode was recorded like a day after Scarlet and Violet came out, and it turns out Pokerus is gone now. So, yeah, please understand it's difficult to make the game.
So what does Pokerus do? Because
It makes your shit stronger.
So it's good to have it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doubles the EVs you get.
but you have to like culture it carefully to maintain it.
Like a plane of food left in your room.
You don't, do you? I thought just any Pokemon in your party like got it off the other Pokemon in its party.
But if you don't, I can't remember which way around it is, but if you like store it, it heals, or if you store it, it keeps it. And you have to make sure you have someone with Pokerus at all times if you want to make sure all your Pokemon get Pokerus.
At the end of I think every day, anything in your party might no longer be able to spread Pokerus. They'll still have the Pokerus, they'll still get the benefits, but they can't spread it around anymore. And if you lose like everybody who can spread it, then it's back to trying to find Pokerus, which is a 1 in 19,000 chance, I think.
It's harder than finding shinies.
It's a bit like genital herpes then.
No, that's everywhere.
No, I mean in the fact that it gives you long-lasting benefits even after you stop infecting people.
Yes. You get stronger if you have herpes. Speaking of herpes, Relicanth.
Relicanth is part of the puzzle for the Reggies, right? You gotta catch one and put it in either the front or the back of your party.
Yes, that's right. Forgot about that.
I didn't remember that.
That was like always one of my favorite things about Gen 3. It's so cryptic, I love it.
Yeah,
Reggie
you actually
puzzles
had to think and use your brain.
and learn Braille.
Yeah. God, it's the best generation.
Learn Braille on something that is flat and has no
Listen, it's
texture. It's like reading Morse code with a blindfold and earmuffs. What do the patterns on Relicanth mean in the gem? What is that?
Are you trying to like therapy me right now? Or are we like ink blotting this?
Rorschach test.
Well, I'm just saying.
What do you
does
see
it-
on the Relicanth?
Is it meant to be like the Indonesian Isles where coelacanth is found?
It's a map. It's a map.
It's a map.
And the red bit is where you're supposed to go.
That's where Cthulhu is. He's on the red dot. It does look like a pattern of an archipelago.
Yeah,
That'd be a
yeah.
cool thing.
It's pronounced archipelago.
that actually be a cool idea for a Pokemon it's got like a built-in map.
What do you know about Relicanth?
Nothing.
They're old as
Nothing.
fuck. They sell for a lot of money in Animal Crossing, and you can only catch them in the rain.
And they also sold for a lot of money in real life because when the first coelacanth was discovered, there was a call, a bounty to try and get one in the wild. And they were almost, ironically, made extinct by overfishing because lots of museums and aquariums wanted a live coelacanth, and many Chinese doctors believed that the fluid from the spinal cord of a coelacanth would give immortality.
But how does it taste?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet there's some Chinese medicine going on there. It's like, oh, well, it's so old, it's related to a dragon if we grind its bones.
I have more opinions on the real life coelacanth than I do on Relicanth, to be honest. Like even,
That's because it is just a coelacanth.
but even
It's just
design
a
wise,
coelacanth.
I like the design of a real life coelacanth more than I like Relicanth. I think its tail is really cool. How it's like,
Yeah, I like the tail.
like got a
of it.
big fat fucking fin rather than just a little.
But they got the four little limbs at the bottom,
Yeah.
which are closer related to mammal limbs than they are fins of a fish.
Yeah, they got little fucking vestigial legs.
Well, they use them to walk on the bottom of the floor, right?
That's a misconception. They don't do that.
I guess Relicanth has that as well, but like it's still dull.
Well, Relicanth uses those to walk along the bottom of the floor, of the seafloor.
Coelacanth also give birth to live young. that
Really?
lay eggs.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, really? That's
That's
cool.
crazy.
Yes.
I wonder if they're closely related to sharks at all then, because no sharks do that.
There's one thing I like about the design of this. It has an old person's face. It has very much an anime grandma face. Like
It
a grandma in
does.
anime would
It
have this
does.
face.
Like the underbite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's 87% male though.
It is?
What's the point of that? Yeah.
I guess they typically do that on things that they want to be harder to breed.
Hmm.
And I guess I don't know why they would do that in Relicanth. Like they do it on starters and fossils and Eevee.
I think even starters, it's only 75%, isn't it?
No, it's 1 in 8.
Oh.
I guess they did it because all the other fossils like Omnite and Kabuto are 1 in 8 as well, and this is like fossil adjacent.
Fossil.
A faux soul. I like
That's what
that.
I'm fucking saying. There's nothing else to say about this aside from it's shiny as blue.
Well, the shiny is blue because the South Indian. There are two species of coelacanth, in case you didn't know. It's not technically a living fossil because it did diverge from the one that was 100 million years old. The South Indian one is more of a browny color, while the Indonesian one you can find is more of a bluey color.
No, it's the other way around.
Okay, I got it wrong.
Did you two like research coelacanths before coming on today?
Yeah, you guys keep so.
I like coelacanth. It's a cool fish.
I mean, it literally says this in the origins on Bulbapedia, so
Oh, okay. I thought you guys came super prepared.
no. I mean,
No.
the live young thing is not from here, but the colours
Yeah, no, Mitch
is.
has definitely done some extra research.
I did homework. Coelacanth is cool.
This has been the real life animal manual.
Wait, does that mean that Animal Crossing is set in West India?
Well, it's a saltwater fish, so technically you're probably catching and the
There's salt-
coelacanth from 100 million years ago. Oh, are they salt? Oh, yeah.
There's
I guess
salt
we're on an
everywhere. It's the
island.
sea.
But you can catch them in rivers, right?
Here's how we get it in the poker app. In West India, born and raised, catching Relicanth was where how I spent most of my days.